most online courses fail and don't sell. So in this video, I'm going to show you why is that the case and how you can avoid that. So this is going to be especially useful if you have an expertise, if you have a passion, and you actually want to create a digital product, an online course that you can sell online, right? So it's one of the best really business models out there, simply because you only have to create the course once. And then if you actually have a good system in place, you can actually sell this course for years to come. That's exactly what I am doing in my business right now. However, there is a truth that most people don't want to talk about. And it's the fact that, most online courses really don't sell. So there are a bunch of different reasons why online courses don't sell. But here is the reason that I see most experts struggle with. So if you're like most people who actually follow me, then you probably already have a lot of different course ideas, right? Which means that you have this expertise that you want to teach, and you perhaps already created your course, right? Perhaps you already started wrestling with some learning managing platforms or with some funnel builders, etc. But the problem is that, hey, how do you actually get people to sign up for your course? And this is basically the wrong way to approach it, especially when you're starting out. Because the reason is that imagine you have this perfect course that you spend months creating, filming, coming up with the outline, creating a sales page and a funnel and all that fancy stuff, but you have no traffic. It's like having a car in front of you, but no gasoline to put in a tank, right? How can you actually make this work? Reason number one is simply because you need traffic, right? You need eyeballs. You need people who are interested in what you have to offer. The problem is that traffic is never free, right? You're either going to spend money or time to drive traffic to your content. It's really all about picking your poison, right? So I've experienced with a lot of different ways to actually get traffic and start, building that audience. And here is basically a technique that I've used a few years back, and that is still going to work. Perhaps it's not going to work exactly on the medium that I'm going to share with you. However, it's something that you can use on other platforms that might be hot by the time you are actually watching this video. So really just to make it as evergreen as possible. So the first thing is I would encourage you to start simply creating content, right? I would simply encourage you to start creating content. And this is exactly what I did back in the days when I started to build my email list for this specific business right now. So if you actually go back to all my two different articles right here, you'll see that I've created, and I'm still keeping scrolling down, that I've created a lot of different articles. And the reason is that I simply wanted to see what's actually working, right? And at the beginning, I especially talked about note-taking, because this is one of my expertise. I've been taking notes for over a decade, and I found different problems and I found a solution to that. And the thing is that those articles actually started to pop up on the platform. So if I actually take a look at this one right here, it started getting not a lot of views, but decent views. And people start engaging with the article, saying that they are actually resonating with what I have to say. So as you can see right here. And the thing is that I just used that momentum. I I went back to the articles, and then what I did is I simply added a call to action to my email list, so that I can actually start building an email list out of that engagement. And if you actually go back to this, you're going to see that, hey, you can opt in, and then you can actually start getting some more content around this. And this is how I actually start building up the momentum. Once I actually gathered thousands of subscribers who are actually interested, I simply started to pre-sell my course, my note-taking course that today is selling for, $300, something around that. When I launched it, obviously the first movers got a great advantage, and I was actually able to validate my idea quickly. It was not me like sitting in a vacuum and creating content in a vacuum or creating a course in a vacuum. No, what I did is I simply used that momentum. I simply looked at what the interest was. I built an audience out of it, and then I monetized that with several online courses on the back end. And this is actually the right way to do things. So just to put things a little bit more into perspective, here is like I also made like a ton of market research. It was not just me thinking about creating a course about note-taking. I had over 700 conversation, and yes, I replied to all those emails by myself with my thumbs on my phone or on my computer. All this to really validate exactly what people actually wanted, like what were their pain points and how could I actually solve this. And once I had a pretty darn good idea about what people actually wanted to buy, I created the course. And this is like the key lesson. Most of experts I talk to, they have all these course ideas, but it's all about, hey, I have this idea about X, Y, and Z. Truth is, the market really doesn't care about your ideas. What the market actually cares about is you being able to solve their problems, yes, with your ideas and with your expertise. So really think about the problem first that you're solving, build an audience around that problem, and build an audience of people who actually want to solve that problem, who already spend time and money trying to solve that problem. And then you're simply going to create a course around that. And that's basically the smart way to think about it. It's not about starting with a course idea, locking yourself in your bedroom for several months and trying to craft the perfect outline and all that thing. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Because the most important thing is actually building an audience. If you can build an audience of people who are interested in what you have to offer, then you'll be able to monetize your online course. It's not the other way around. So that's really the main takeaway of today's video. And if you actually want to learn how to monetize your expertise, right? If you want to learn the right strategies and don't spend years in creating things people actually don't want to buy, so don't ask me how I know. I have a link in the description to my daily emails and my free course that will show you exactly how to monetize your expertise with online content. So I hope that this was helpful and that this is going to help you avoid all the frustration that I went through myself for several years. Yeah, take advantage of that. And yeah, I see you in the next video.